Hey, let's go another week, baby. No MMA SmokeDown, unfortunately. So check out that Max Payne episode if you haven't yet. He's
Keep
chopping up
keep
some stuff.
keep running it up, man, and crazy results for that. Couldn't believe it. High kick Mahashev. But we here to talk about football.
Football, man. Damn, I'm gonna be real, bro. Week 7 was a little painful. The books cleaned up last week and this week 7. So the books was just eating big time. There's a lot of upsets. Um,
Rubbing.
yeah, I'm loaded. I was trying to pull up our little smoke down or a little smoke out here. Smoke down. Sorry, I'm
Oh, my
confused
shit.
too.
My shit is probably terrible.
No, we didn't do too hot, but I mean the world didn't do too hot. Mainly the books went the hottest because a lot of big upsets, man. Let's see. For us last week, yeah, you went 0-3, because of the
Damn.
Niners. Some upsets in here. Raiders. Raiders lost big time to the Bears. That was part of your parlay. Commanders, I was on that too. I got that wrong. To be honest, I went 0-3. We went 0-6. This is the first time we got super swept.
Damn.
Take it on the chin type of thing, bro. It was all bad, bro. I thought the teaser was gonna hit at least.
Man,
I had
bitch ass
Seattle
Niners, bro.
and Buffalo lost to the Pats, and that one killed
Man.
me big time. Um, it was just all bad all
And
weekend, man.
man, like, yeah, speak on that. The Pats and Bills game, Bills just look like, bruh, John Allen. I'm not even calling him Josh Allen. His new name is John Allen. I ain't gonna call him by his real name till he get right. But what's up with that boy? Just like a pick or two every single game, damn near.
Yeah, no, he's just trying to sling it like he don't give a fuck sometimes, and I don't know, but I mean, he still manages to do some good plays, but there's some mistakes that he makes that are just like a little crazy. We were talking about it. He's like damn near like Brett Favre, where he's just letting it go and not giving a
Yeah.
fuck.
And man, like for real. And then McAfee Jones going crazy to Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah, yeah.
Zeke finally got a touchdown.
Zeke's doing work. I mean, like we seen, man, the teams that are bad, like we talked about, are never as bad as we think, and the good teams are never as good as we think. People just, especially in the NFL, you get a whole week to kind of like ponder on it, whereas other sports are like daily. So as soon as you see a team last week do good, it's almost like that's stuck in your head, for a
Yeah,
whole
for
week.
sure, for sure.
And then you forget about stuff 2, 3, 4 weeks ago on what kind of team they were and all that. And of course, injuries always happen. So, um, but yeah, man. I mean, I survived as far as my full card, but yeah, on this show, we got our asses kicked. That's for damn sure. So we got to bounce back, man. We can't do any worse on the show
Yeah,
this week. So
man.
I'll know that for sure. But yeah, let's get right into it, man, and we'll kind of review as we go. Let me share this. Chang, can you put up some shit for us here? Okay, Chang. So we got first game Thursday night football. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Baconeers against
Ooh.
the Buffalo Bills, man, in Buffalo. Bills Mafia. The line's big. It opened -8, now 8.5. Man, Buffalo's getting so much respect regardless of them
See,
losing.
that's what I don't like, man. When these guys like show a shitty performance, the line should be going down or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, but they know who wants to bet on them. And then also like you think about the bounce back all the time at home with a good team. But that's that the public just got killed last week. So we know that's the public thinking. I know for a fact I like the Bills, but I'm not laying 8.5 -8.5 with this one.
yeah,
I'm for sure gonna put this in my teaser leg. Hopefully it doesn't burn me for another week in a row where they don't win outright. But I'll bring that 8.5 down to 2.5 as one of my teaser legs. But for the spread, man, I mean, I hate to say it, but I do lean Tampa Bay just because I can see them, at least compete. Maybe
yeah.
not win, but at least compete. Even though they weren't that great last week, but I think they played against the Falcons, right? Falcons last week. Falcons pulled out the game, but a lot of people hate on Ritter that game. They're saying he's fucking up in the red zone. He's pretty much ass, but he rushed in a couple touchdowns.
That's
So
where he threw like 3 picks, though, right?
yeah, but somehow they managed to win. Tell me how, So, but yeah, what do you think about this, man? And the total's pretty low too, 43.5 now 42. So,
Yeah, I'll go with the Bills, like you said, bounce back for them. It's at home too. Buccaneers going to
yeah.
be traveling to that cold weather in Buffalo.
Yep, from Florida to
It sh-
Buffalo.
I think it'll be maybe like a good game though, even though I feel like Baker's been kind of like falling off the last couple of games. Or am I
Yeah,
tripping?
I mean, they're going to be. They got the talent at least. They got some talent on that team.
Or they came off a bye or something like that too, right?
No, they played last week. They
Oh,
played
before
the
that.
Falcons.
Before that, I think, right? Or am
Yeah,
I tripping? Yeah.
yeah. Before
Nah.
that, they were off. They were in the bye 2 weeks ago. They played the
Oh,
Lions. They lost
okay.
to the Lions and they lost to the Falcons last week. Um, so hey, man, I don't like betting on the Buccaneers, but I don't mind that 8.5 points, man. I could see them, competing, but
Yeah,
I don't
this
love it.
especially it's a Thursday night game. These Thursday night games been kind of fishy. Last week was lit, but
Mhm.
they have been kind of scarce. But yeah, I'll go with the Bills for
Yeah,
sure.
fuck it. I'll die on this hill. I'll
Which
die on it. No one
has
goes
Josh
against the
Allen.
family.
Josh Allen need to
Next up,
bounce
bro, we
back.
got a battle of Gotham here. We got the New York Jets against the New York Giants. Jets road favorites -3. Now still -3, -2.5 in some spots, but it looks like some people are liking the Giants plus the 3. At least the money is under. Look at the total here: 39 now 36.5.
Mm.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, what do you think on this game?
Giants coming off a dub. Let's not forget about that. Who they beat, the Commanders, right? Or who they
Yep,
beat last week? So coming
they
off a
upset the
dub
Commanders.
with Tyrod Taylor 2 touchdowns. Saquon got some work in. He was able to get Waller involved. I mean, hey man, you might kind of say that this team looks better with Tyrod playing. I think Daniel Jones is supposed to come back this week.
Yeah, so
But
stay tuned for that news, right?
yeah,
Because if
but
that's confirmed, depending on how you feel about Vanilla Vic, you
yeah.
know.
And then like I said, like you said, Battle of the Gotham City. They're gonna be technically they're in the Giants' home, but it's also the Jets arena too, right?
Hmm.
So Jet Life Stadium. Yeah, I think the Jets, man. The Jets can't forget about that Jets defense. And they're coming off a bye week. They should be refreshed. I think Sauce is going to be back there. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
and
go with the
last game when
Jets.
they did play, they upset the Eagles. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big win. I mean, hopefully they ride that momentum. Yeah, man, it's hard for me to love the Giants. I was actually on the what was I?
I mean,
I was on the Commanders last week, unfortunately. But
me
here's
too.
about the Giants, bro. They were doing good in the first half, but if you know, the second half they weren't really putting up a lot of points. At first, they were just firing and going in,
But at
and
least their
then
defense has been sticking pretty well. Dexter Lawrence been saving out on the defense. So
yeah, agreed. I mean, they're projecting this to be a real low scoring game. This might be one of the lowest total of the week
yeah,
at 36.5. But yeah, it's hard to go against the Jets here. I think, they have the better defense, although both defenses are good. And to be honest, although I don't hate on Tyrod Taylor, I just feel like the weapons are way more, other than the quarterback position. But Zach Wilson and Tyrod Taylor ain't that far apart, as far as skill set. You could say Tyrod's better, but
he's more seasoned. Yeah, he's been in the
yeah,
league.
but don't forget that, Zach Wilson was a starter at one point as far as, who they drafted and all that. So, and I think he's gotten the weeks to kind of get in a rhythm better and mesh with the team because they know, hey, this is our quarterback now. Whether you like it or not, you're going to have to do our best. And we've won some games. So I think the confidence is there. I like the Jets -2.5, -3. I haven't fired it yet because I want to see what progresses as far as like Vanilla Vic come in and all those injuries go. But yeah, I like the weapons on the Jets overall. If you compare the two, I just like the positions better. And like you said, it's not really an away game in that sense, right? You might even see some more Jets fans than Giants fans in there.
No, yeah, for sure.
So, but yeah, I think it's actually surprisingly going to be like a competitive game. So it could be entertaining, but it's not going to be a high scoring game. So, but the
Yeah, I just
total's too low for me to go under. That's for damn sure.
I just, man, like I said, I just have no faith in the Giants. So yeah,
Yeah, even though they won last week, I don't like the win 14
yeah.
7. Like that doesn't
It's
really
still like, and they like I said, like even with Daniel Jones, that team's crazy. I don't know. They look really bad sometimes. So and Jets, they've been competing with like the best teams in this year. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, even even with a weak ass quarterback.
Hey, and before we move off them, Giants, guess what? Waller actually scored a touchdown.
No, yeah, that's what I said. He
Yeah,
got a touchdown finally. He
thank
scored
God.
like 20 points in fantasy.
Yeah, man. I had him and he finally paid off for me, even though I lost out in that league. So whatever, I guess. But it's a good sign to see that they're actually, throwing to him, he actually catching, and they almost beat the Bills the week before. So I mean,
Yeah.
like you said, they are competing, but I just don't like what I see when they are scoring. It's not even pretty. It's just
No,
like,
yeah, and then the Jets, they've been kind of like gelling. They've been getting what's his name going. Finally, like trying to get him in shape from last year and putting up points and producing. Brees Hall.
oh, Brees Hall, yeah, and he was mad. Remember that one week? He's like, "Give me the ball." And that following week, he did a lot better,
Yeah,
and they finally started
he's
giving
been
him the
solid
ball.
the last few weeks in fantasy. Well, he's coming off a bye, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Next up, man, we got Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to Pittsburgh. It's going to be Jacksonville -1.5, now -2.5. Road favorites. 42 is the total now. Stayed about pretty even
42,
there.
42 Doug.
Yeah. Real short. So, yeah, man, I mean, I know Pittsburgh has been kind of catching a little more fire, doing a little better. But I don't know. I like this offense of the team. I think Pittsburgh's win was a little. I don't want to say fluky in that sense because
It
I did
was
have them,
they
but
did the Rams blew that game. I want to say.
yeah,
But yeah,
it's more on the Rams and the injuries the Rams have, things like that they kind of have been pushing through. The Steelers, good, pretty solid defense, but their secondary isn't as strong as
and
their front four.
key to that game was probably because Najee finally had an all right game, right?
Yeah, Najee, man. I like Najee, like we always talk about as a person. He's from the Bay. It's all dope. It's all good. But yeah, as an NFL running back, he ain't top notch. He ain't top tier. That's for damn sure. I'll tell you that.
There's only a few.
But I'm definitely going Jacksonville. I'm leaning heavily. I barely fired anything because it's early in the week. But I like Jacksonville, bro. I would take them now, honestly, because I could see this going to -3 or -3.5. I don't think these 2.5s are going to stay 2.5s all week. So if you like Jacksonville, and I should probably bet it right now, to be honest, as I'm telling you guys this. But yeah, I like the 2.5 right now, man. Jacksonville.
Yep.
I know Trevor Lawrence is looking a little sketchy in a couple of games, but with his injury, but he did well with that knee brace.
They said he was hurt last week in his knee, and he had the most rushing yards on the team.
Yeah, man. It's just the NFL, bro. It's just some other shit sometimes. Whatever you guys expect and think, off the top, you might have to. You got to go. Yeah, you got to think a different perspective. You got to be contrarian. Contrarian works best in the NFL out of all the sports. So I'll tell you that. So, but yeah, what you got? You like Steelers?
No, hell no. Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, man. Hopefully,
Steelers another team is like fuck. They like when I picked them and like when I thought they'd get on a roll, they just shit. And so it's like I don't have trust. I don't have like that's one of the teams I'm like kind of sketch, for the year now.
Yeah, they're 4-2, bro. Surprisingly,
that's good.
And they are at home, but I think Jacksonville could pull it out here, win by a field goal, maybe 3-4 points. But I can see it being competitive. I just don't like the quarterback situation for Pittsburgh at all. They have some weapons, but I feel like Jaguars could match them in pretty much everything that they have to offer. Maybe even the coaching. I mean, probably the coaching edge goes to Steelers a little bit, but I don't think the Jacksonville coach is that bad either. So
no, yeah,
but next up, here we got. Okay, here's a little division game here. Interesting. Philadelphia Eagles versus the Commanders. We got Eagles -6 road favorites, now -6.5, bro. Totals went from 47 down to 43. So they're looking like they don't think Washington or somebody's not putting up points here.
Oh, remember? Yeah, it might be a weak ass game because remember the last time these guys played, it went to like overtime and everything. So
yeah, and you know what? I'm a little worried about this game because you look, Commanders played like shit last week, got beat by the Giants, right? And then Philly dominates Miami, right? And so in your head, you're thinking, like, of course Eagles are better. Like of course. What do you mean? That's not even a question. But then when it comes to like these type of like close division games, these ones that seem so obvious,
yeah,
it does concern me. But with all that being said, there is no way I'm gonna be taking the Commanders to win here. I'll take the -6.5 right now. 6, as long as it's less than -7, I'll lean that way. It's not a Wong teaser, but I would put it in a teaser. Fuck it. As the total's going down, I would probably put it in a teaser because I think the Philly Eagles can at least pull it out in a close victory. However, I do see this once again being possibly even a field goal game. 3 to 6 points in that range, and Washington covering. So I am wary about -6.5. Not betting it. right now. So teaser or nothing for me. Teaser candidate. As far as the total, man, these totals are interesting because I know there's been a lot of unders in this season and everyone's hyping up. But you know what happens when that happens is that there's going to be regression back to the mean, and the overs are going to eventually come soon here, as the season progresses. We just don't know when. So that's the only thing. So if this total continues to drop, I might go on the over here, but right now I got nothing.
Yeah, just outright picking the Eagles on this one.
Yeah.
Like I said, last time they played, it was a shootout down to the wire, went into OT and everything. But that was like what 3 weeks ago, maybe you want to say 4 weeks ago, and how he came off that one like the week before, balling ass game, but this last game, even against the Giants, they look shitty, the Commanders, and I feel like you got to put some respect on the Eagles defense still. You know what I'm saying? They look for sure limited Tua and the Dolphins this week to not what we're used to seeing so far from the Dolphins. You know, that's the new greatest show on turf or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna have to put some respect on the Eagles and go with Philadelphia for sure.
Yeah, real contenders, bro. I mean, people had some doubts this year going into the season if they could go back to the Super Bowl, but I mean, the way they're just pulling it out every game for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, some games might not be pretty, but all that matters is to get the W at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, because it counts all the same, bro. In NFL, they don't have the point differential, like soccer or like some of those type of sports. So it's like all we need is the win. Doesn't matter by how much. And here's the thing: if there wasn't for that upset loss from the Jets, they'd be undefeated still.
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy. Next up, we got the LA Rams against them boys or them gals.
The sketchiest Cowboys coming off a bye week. Before the bye week, Dak looked, you could say, great against the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? Rams kind of a shitty team. Might be a close kind of game, but I feel like Dallas is gonna come out refreshed and they're gonna handle business.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's hard to hate on Dallas at home after a bye week. Rams, they're good. Obviously, Rams offensively got the weapons. Puka went crazy last week.
Went crazy.
Their running back situation, bro. There's some drama there because remember everyone at the beginning of the week, once Kyron Williams was on the IR, everyone was jumping for Zach Evans, right? Evans is his name. On the waiver wires and fantasy and shit, like, oh yeah, he's gonna get the workload. Boom, boom, boom. Couple of days after, they signed Darrell Henderson. He used to play for the team from the practice squad, and they signed one other guy, and then Henderson got a lot of work. So, but guess what? I just saw that he actually
went back to the practice squad.
So then you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I had that fool. I picked him up in fantasy, and then I seen that. I was like, what the hell? So I just dropped his ass. Like, bruh.
Yeah, like what's going on here? So you don't even know what rotation they're gonna do, how they're gonna split up the work.
Man, they really don't matter. They just got to try to throw it in that game. But yeah, Rams, they blew it. Cowboys coming off that bye week, like I said, I feel like they should be ready to go.
Yeah, man. I don't. Obviously, I lean Dallas to win, so I might put that in a teaser here. But I don't like the 6.5, bro. If I had to take this, I'd rather take the plus 6.5 with the Rams because I think the Rams always have a chance offensively to either backdoor cover or when they need to score, they can put it up. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though the Cowboys look great and Dakota has been looking better, I still don't trust him. It's just one game, that
he just looked better his last game.
Yeah, if he comes out like that again, then obviously I think they could win with ease. But that's the thing. I don't think the chances are he's going to come out because he's bound to make a mistake. I just don't like the style he's been playing. He has potential. He's not the worst, but Matt Stafford isn't better, but he's more consistent in his style of play. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Dak, you don't know what you're going to get even from week to week. With Stafford, you pretty much know what kind of, the type of play you're going to get from Stafford or the style. He's slinging it,
Yeah, sometimes the defense is be negating that fool, and then he gets, he's just like a statue.
Yeah, well, he's passing. He's not running. His ass is not running. That's for damn sure. So I would take the plus 6.5 here, but the money has been coming on Dallas. They open at minus 5.5 now, 6.5. So
rightfully so. Rams are shitty, especially they've been losing they be losing close games. Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly. And then the total is like 45 right now, which is kind of intriguing because I if the Rams could put up at least I would say 21 points, 3 touchdowns or so, this is probably going to look to go over. So I would lean the over on this one as well.
Yeah, but then also it's like will the Dallas Cowboys defense come back this game? You know what I'm saying? And start scoring and shit again. Like, so
Well,
I
if
don't
they do
know.
that, it helps the over though. If the defense can start scoring too, then it just lends
Yeah,
that shit
well, if
up.
they can only score and then Dak don't do shit, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
Yeah,
I mean, it's always fishy with the Cowboys, but
yeah.
like you
Putting
said,
that on my list actually.
if you remember from their last
Over.
game, they look solid as fuck. Their last game, well, Dak looked hella good, which made them play well against the
Yeah,
Chargers. So yeah, we'll see. And you never
yeah,
know what happened. The bye week, he might just gone into Dak mode again, and it's like fuck everything,
yeah.
man.
Emo Dakota, like
Yeah, so
fucking.
emo rain. So
And okay, we got a classic rivalry game damn near right here. We got the Minnesota Vikings against the Green Bay Packers in Green Bay, Lambeau Field. Doesn't have the same feel because you don't got a Aaron there. You got some Jordan Love, a little more flavor, if you
nah.
will, there. And then you got the man, the myth, the legend, Kirk Cousins, primetime Cousins, now not playing in primetime 10 a.m. But hey, he overthrew the big man on campus, the Niners. He took care of business on Monday Night Football. Vikings pretty much dominated the whole game for the most part. I mean, it was close, but they were leading for
Oh no,
majority of
yeah.
the game. Yeah,
Not Vikings coming off the best game of the year, probably putting up 450 yards of offense against the Niners defense. Like Kirk Cousins not sacked once, threw one interception, but that's because he got yoked for it, and then almost threw another one, but the other guy yoked him, so it could have been two picks. But yeah, fucking
crazy. The
yeah,
rip outs
yeah,
from
bro,
Addison and
and then
Ward.
Ward, yeah,
That
yeah,
battle.
but yeah, bro, I don't know, but is this a spot for him to just look like shit now against the fucking Packers? So.
And
Or,
so by the way, it's a pick'ems game, so that's the spread. Totals 45 now 43. So I am concerned because I don't know why Green Bay even opened it as a favorite, and then it became pick'ems because after that win off the Vikings, beating the Niners, of course, they can't make the Vikings the underdog now, so they pull out pick'ems. I mean, I agree with that. It's hard not to ride the momentum, with the Minnesota Vikings. But it is, they had a big game, and now they're going to go on the road, against a team that's not so strong. However, usually it's a letdown spot, I would say, but it's a division game, and I don't think that at this point, this team being 3-4, and they're still thinking that they're going to compete for a playoff spot and these type of things. It's hard not to go Vikings, Kirk Cousins Vikings at Pick'ems. It's hard not to. But it sounds too easy that after these last couple of weeks, I am a little concerned because nothing in the NFL is easy. You know what I'm saying?
no, yeah. No, but the thing is, man.
I don't like Jordan Love. Can I say
Yeah,
that?
exactly. That's what I was going to. That's what I was getting to. Like, I just don't trust. He's another guy that this year where I was like, I got my data that who are like certain teams. I was like, I can't mess with, and
It's the
because
hell
of
no
Jordan,
list.
and because of Jordan Love, I can't really fuck with the Packers, especially in a close game like this. It's like, bro, like he has flashes of where he knows what he's doing, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes he's out there just looking like an idiot. Like, damn, bro, like what the fuck are you doing? Like, what the hell? So
Yeah.
like he has to be able. He has to slang it, bro. But it's like he can't. And then the running game's not looking good over there. Aaron Jones is in and out. Yeah, Vikings. Hopefully Vikings like they get their shit together for this game. Like you coming off the best game, scraping the Niners, who talk of the town. This is a perfect
Mm-hmm.
spot for the Vikings to like gain some momentum.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, it's divisional. It's an old school rivalry as far as the franchises. So I think it's important that they really take it seriously and not think it's like, going to be easy pickings.
Yeah.
So yeah, I might make this. I like this play, man. I might bet this one's on my list too. I'm gonna bet this shit when I get off. I'm gonna ride the wave, bro. I don't care. It might be a square look, but I just everything on paper, other than the receiving situation and the injuries. But you know what? Addison stepped up big time for
Oh my
the
God, he had a
Vikings.
game.
Yeah, which everyone's been waiting for all season. But when JJ's there, he's going to take all the pickings of anything, the low hanging fruit. So yeah, and then also KJ Osborne. I mean, he wasn't the number one, even though people thought he was the number one because he was the number two technically with on the
Yeah, because
routes.
he knows everything, but
He's just a mid
he's
guy.
not he's just not the guy. Like he
But
don't
he's
like
good enough to be there, like to contribute.
Yeah,
just
just to catch
consistently.
the ball because he's not like a playmaker or nothing like that.
Yeah, which is crazy. But yeah, I'm going Kirk Cousins,
Hawkinson
bro.
is though. Hawkinson
Hawkinson.
be
Oh yeah,
going
there you
off.
go. Like just this the advantages on the weapons that they have, and
And
then the better quarterback.
and then they were even able to get like some success with Scam Akers. I feel like
Scam Akers and the Madison combo. That's like the most scamming
Yeah,
double
Madison was playing like he was
combo.
playing like shit. Still, he was consistent with that against the Niners. You could say at least. But yeah, Kirk, he shouldn't be hurt too. He didn't get sacked once from the number one defense in the league. You know what I'm saying? Not one sack.
Crazy.
So yeah, I think Vikings should handle they candle in this game.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I like it. I'm liking it as we're talking now. This is early in the week, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like this is
Yeah.
Tuesday, Monday. Okay, we got this might be the battle of the
Ooh,
week. I don't know.
stinky.
Yeah, this is starting to smell. But yeah, we got the Atlanta Falcons going to Tennessee to meet the Titans here. You could guess actually it's a close line. It looks like Tennessee actually opened as the -1 favorite. Now Atlanta is the favorite at -2.5
Yeah,
on
and
the
that's
road.
because Tannehill is questionable, and then they said, I mean, they basically said Tannehill is not going to play in so many ways because they said that the quarterbacks that will be playing this Sunday is going to be Mr. Mayonnaise himself, Will Levis, and Malik Willis.
Which is okay. So here's kind of I have a little theory here because the total's crazy low. It went from 39 to 36. Yeah, that's tied for the lowest total of the week here. Whether Tannehill it hasn't been doing good all season, right?
He
So it's
had
like
couple streak of all right games, but it's still but he messed up his ankle though, so that's why.
yeah, and he was supposed to be like able to sling. He's a slinger type of dude, white slinger.
He's
That's what I
never
call him.
been good though, in my opinion.
But he had moments. Yeah, he's never been an elite quarterback ever, but
Yeah,
he's always been very serviceable. With an offensive upside. But this year, I wanted to believe at the preseason, like going into the season, I was like, he could still hang. He might not be elite. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I was wrong. After evaluating him, 6-7 weeks in, I mean, he's not the worst quarterback, but he's bottom tier in the NFL right now as far as starting quarterbacks. And we got some second stringers in right now. You know what I'm saying? So they got weapons over there. They're just not using them right, man. So that's my only concern. But at that same time, bro, I don't even like Desmond Ritter. Like
but
the
at least he
style of
kind of
play is
like.
not for me.
But he's at least he can like. I mean, I feel like he's gonna have better success than the other guys in there. But it's all about how that Tennessee defense can come out and. But yeah, it's an ugly game, bro. Like you
So
said,
yeah, I mean,
Ritter's whatever. Bijan, he even didn't do shit
hey,
last
so let's
week.
talk about real quick, man. Shout outs to all the fantasy owners of Bijan Robinson this week. Y'all were probably heartbroken because he was in for what, like one play?
One play, yeah.
And then he just said, "Oh, I don't feel good no more," and he just said, "I can't play the rest of the game." So he actually did suit up and play one play, and that sucks because everyone started him. That if you had him on your team, you started him. Like
That's funny. I sat him last week.
really, but then you played him this week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was hella
You had to.
debating it, bro. I was hella debating. No, the league that I actually have him in,
It's like less teams, or you got a really good team.
it's like 10 people team, but my team is just solid. Cause look,
Yeah, I mean, it must be good if you'd be benching Bijan. You know?
no, yeah, because look who I got. Cause I got my running backs are Bijan, Kamara, Pacheco, ETN Jr., and Kamara.
Oh yeah, that's strong. Hey, Kamara, that's the move, bro. Kamara be getting everything.
I lucked out with him because I drafted him, and he was suspended.
Yeah, then you can put him on the IR for a minute.
No, but yeah, this league I
just
just lucked out just drafting because then look, my receivers are Devontae, and then I got Puka, Ridley, Pickens, Myers. So yeah, I'm just stacking this league.
Puka de Beppo.
Yeah,
yeah, man. So yeah, as far as the game goes, Atlanta, of course, stability wise, I lean Atlanta. If you like Atlanta, you better fire them now at -2.5 before it gets to -3.
Yeah.
But you know what I might do? The way I'm going to bet this personally, I haven't done it yet, but since the line moved a lot, I might take the Tennessee at +2.5 and tease them and bring them to 8.5 right here with that low total.
They coming off a bye week too,
so I can see Tennessee keeping it close. If they lose, I think they lose by within one possession, either a field goal or a touchdown at most. Because you know what, their defense has been solid. Tennessee defense is solid.
We've been keeping them with the
Uh,
in games.
yeah, so I think I'm not worried about Pitts. I'm not that worried about Drake London, even though he's probably their best weapon other than Bijan. So I'm not too worried, man. So I'm leaning that way. But yeah, as far as a straight bet, I like Atlanta, of course. Just more consistency there with the quarterback position, even though it's not great consistency.
Yeah.
So, and then we got here division game here, bro. We got the hot New England Patriots coming down to Miami, Florida for the Dolphins, man. This is an interesting game. The line's huge. Let me see here. Oh, yeah. We got Miami opened at -12, now down to -9.5. So it looks like a lot of people were betting on New England, +12, +11, +10.
Last game it was pretty close too, I guess, because that was only like week 2 or something like that. Though also, but I don't know. Like you said, the hot Patriots. I don't know. Maybe they feeling themselves a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Dolphins trying to regroup. They're looking lost with the running game last week. But that's against also it's against the Eagles, right? You know what I mean? So
yeah, with our Super Bowl contenders, man. So
and they're
I'm
still playing all right. The defense was still kind of doing all right against the Eagles in the beginning, and they just kind of fizzled out.
You know what? I think if you like New England, you kind of missed the boat here as far as the spread. Like +10 or more would have been great. Division game. You're probably gonna be competitive. But the thing is, New England's going to Miami. They never do too hot moving into that Miami type of humidity. So I definitely like Miami. I'm going to see how low this drops, but if it goes down, I would take it at -9. If it goes down to -8 or something, it's going to be tough because Miami's defense is sus. I'm not going to lie. I think that's their weakest point. And I always thought that. But yeah, I like New England at first, but I didn't get a chance to bet at 10 or better. So I think I missed that boat. So I'm going to look to see how low this gets, and I'm going to look to see Miami here. I think Miami pulls out. I mean, if you want to be greasy about it, wait to close to the game time and see how low the money line drops. And you can add it to your greasy ass parlay, get a little nasty with it. Because it's a good survivor pick as well for those doing survivor. Because I think Miami bounces back here. I think Miami needs to bounce back in this game. Patriots, although they had a big win on the Bills, I think they're at the end of all this, they're bottom feeders. They're not going to the playoffs. They're not doing shit. They might get a win here or there because, it's the NFL and every team has their crazy weeks. But no, Miami is serious time. They're bouncing back here. I think Miami wins. I think Miami win. And it call me crazy, but I think they're going to end up winning by 10. Yeah, like 10, bro. And it's gonna be close to that line, 10-13 for sure, like in that range. But I really think it's gonna end up being like 10 or something. Now we got it on wax. That's why I think so. I think the line is really close to what it should be. I can see them between 10-14 realistically, but if you want me to guess like exactly what number I think it would land on,
who the Patriots beat last week?
The Bills,
Bills, right? Yeah, and it was like a last-second TD to Gesicki, and he did the glitchy. Yeah, yep.
Yeah. Sorry. And then, what am I looking at? Oh, I'm tripping. I was looking up the exact score from last game, and they took me some historical ass game, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Yeah. So they won by 25-29 last week, and that was the big upset. Killed me, with the McGlitchy, and it just was the grossest thing we've seen, bro. It's like, how do you go from losing to the Raiders to, what I'm saying, like beating the Bills, bro? But it was at home. It was in Foxborough, home of Tom Brady. So maybe they just had his power. But then they're going down to Miami, Dade County. Okay. They're out there with Khaled. They're facing Khaled.
DJ Khaled.
You already know. But what do you like? Do you like Pats? Do you think they got a shot?
Nah, I'm not fucking with them. I mean, yeah, like it's gonna be like a trip to Miami, different weather conditions. They not the milk ain't ready for that. The milk ain't ready for the exoticness. You feel me?
Yeah, and I think what's gonna make a statement, and we're gonna find out as soon as we start watching the game when it starts, is that whose defense is gonna come through? Is Miami defense gonna not maybe be great, but just like withstand the Mac attack?
Yeah, Patriots defense is probably a little better, but at the same time, them weapons though that Miami got, the cheetah is just amazing.
They got multiple
Uh,
cheetahs damn near. You know what I'm
nah, but
saying? Like, but
Tyreek is
yeah,
crazy, bro. Like that
he's
boy,
almost unguardable,
he's
and
on
people
a
don't understand. Like,
he's on another level this year. And then Waddle needs to stay healthy. You
he's hurt
know,
every game.
yeah, that boy be getting hurt. So I'm glad I only got him in one league, but yeah, the running game too. Like I said, the running game got to bounce back this week. Is Mostert finally
Yeah,
done, or what? What's the deal? I seen Jeff Wilson was getting some projection out there a little bit. So
yeah. I mean, I think just some people, not everybody could be McCaffrey, and even McCaffrey had a game where he had he didn't do too crazy. Just one game, right? Even though he scored a touchdown that game.
yeah, against the Cowboys.
Yeah, but it was like his least productive game out of like all the games he's had, but they still
Yep.
won. So it's just an NFL, bro. So, 17 games is a lot to be the guy every fucking time especially when teams scheme against you, bro. They know if
Nah,
you're the
yeah.
star back, what to look for, things like that. So, what we got next here? Okay, we got. I mean, some people might think it's stinky, but I don't, because I'm about Minshew mania. I'm about the car. Yeah, this is gonna be a crazy quarterback matchup, bro. For me, not for everybody else, but personally, just me. This is gonna be interesting. I like this game, stinky game, but I like it. Some people like stinky cheese. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the line here? I'm curious because it has to be a low scoring game. What are the Saints here? Okay, we got. Oh, New Orleans opened at a -1, and now Indianapolis is -1. Oh shit, it got hit. Some book just went to -1.5, bro. So it's crazy. It's a 3-4 team. Saints were looking dookie on offense every week. They're
Oh yeah, Saints are underdogs. The money line.
Yeah. And it changed because they were favorites actually. But
Damn.
I agree with that money right now. I haven't bet this because I could see this being tight, but I like what I've seen with Minshew Mania so far. I know he won last week, but even the weeks that he's lost,
He lost last week.
Oh, did he? Am I tripping?
Remember, they got played against the Browns.
Oh, yeah. And it didn't even cover. I had the Browns -3, and then I lost still, bro. I was just like salty. Yeah, my bad. But the Colts did good, bro. It's 39-38. Their defense didn't do good, but Minshew Mania was running it in first half like crazy. Then he started slinging it, doing his work. So I like this situation. I think, although I'm a big fan of Derek Carr, and I like Kamara, I don't know, man. I'm leaning Colts a little bit. I am concerned about the defense, though, because Saints defense is a strong team.
Yeah, they had a close game on Thursday against the Jags, right? Looked like shit the first half, but finally the second half they fired up and they look like a decent team, man. Like they gotta do more plays for Carr. Like all his complaining and yelling at the coaches, I guess is paying off. Like they make.
But in the end, the Jags won. I mean, Saints picked it up in the second half, but it just wasn't enough.
Hey, but it should have been OT, bro. He dropped the ball in the end zone. So
yes.
Foster Moreau. So should have been OT. Never know what would have happened, but motherfucker did not make the play. So
yeah.
And then Saints, is Olave gonna play? He didn't get no felony charges yet or nothing, right?
He got arrested. Well, we don't know because I think
he was driving 70 miles per hour in a 30 zone, 35 mile per hour zone.
Yeah,
but he wasn't drunk or nothing though.
If you double it in some states, and I haven't looked it up, I haven't Googled it in Louisiana, but some states, if you go double the speed limit, then it's a felony. I just don't know which ones.
Well, I think that's the only way he'll get suspended if he gets a felony charge. If he doesn't, if it's not a felony, he should.
If it's just a traffic ticket or a big ticket,
yeah.
Well, we'll see, man. Because even then, he's had not great weeks only because the limited offense of Derek Carr. Mr. Checkdown, Kamara, option 1, Kamara 14 targets.
No, but they're not on the same page too. That kid is he's just a little knucklehead too. Remember that's what Carr was getting mad about, that he's not doing his routes. He
gave up on the route.
He quits on route. He does that a lot, and yeah. I mean, look at him. Look at his behavior off the field. He's doing dumb shit like this. If you've seen the body cam when he got arrested, he said, "I play for the Saints, man." The cop was like, "I don't give a fuck. I don't care." You know what I'm saying? So. Hopefully it's a reality check for him, and
Pop doesn't. He's like, I don't play fantasy football, bitch.
Yeah. Hopefully this is a reality check for him. He could just focus, on playing fucking football. You're damn near. You're supposed to be the number 1 receiver on the Saints. You're letting Michael Thomas come in and
Hey,
touchdowns and shit. So
Michael
yeah,
Thomas owners, bro, fire that bitch up. Yeah, let's go.
for
Michael
real.
Thomas resurgence. He's been getting consistently just like 9 points every week in fantasy or something.
That's good though. Shit.
Yeah, it's consistency. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
bro. Look,
Like,
I had Deshaun Watson in the league this week, and he had gave me minus 0.80, like 0.8. So yeah, bro.
someone give that man a massage. He
I'll
needs
take
it.
I'll take 9 points over no points any fucking day in fantasy. It just
Could
sucks
be
when
the
your whole
difference.
team just puts up 9 points each. Like it's like, damn, everybody's just putting up 9 or 8 kind of points, 7 kind of like,
Yeah, so
damn,
it makes you question, like, should I play this
that'd be
guy's team?
that'd be the worst.
Yeah. So, what do you like the Saints or you like the Colts? It's a tough one.
Minshew.
I'm not betting. I don't know. I lean Colts, man.
Minshew's been balling too. This is a for sure a parlay buster. Either way you pick it, I want to say, but
It's damn near a pick 'em. So
yeah, yeah. Colts. Taylor's been playing raw.
yeah, he's
Minshew's been
back.
playing well, but you seen what's his name was bitching though, Michael Pittman.
Yeah, he wants some more. But I mean, he still had targets. I think he had like 7 or
Only
8
two.
targets last week. Really?
Yeah, 2 targets, but he had like hella points because one was a touchdown and they're like bombs. But he's like, oh yeah, he put out a tweet saying, I guess I wasn't a part of it. Downs had a good game.
Yeah, Downs has been going crazy. Oh yeah, you're right here against the Browns. 2 receptions out of the 39 points, but he had that long ass touchdown, a 75-yard bomb. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Downs has been going crazy. That's a good free agency pickup for those that got him on the waivers. He's been consistent with Minshew though, not with AR.
Yeah,
See, that's the thing about the Colts. Like you can see with AR, the offense is a little more limited. You know, more time wasting
because he's doing more shit himself too.
Mm-hmm,
He's
exactly.
running. But I mean,
and his passing's not as accurate.
It was too early to find out, bro. He literally got hurt every game damn near this year. He's like, he only played 3-4 games. You don't even know. Now his shoulders all fucked up. So
exactly.
All bad.
Here's a stinky game. Well, the Texans are cool, but this is the battle of the rookie quarterbacks, bro. This is Houston Texans, Carolina Panthers, Stroud versus Bryce Young. This is going to be interesting, bro. The 0-6 Panthers. Look the spread here, bro. Houston is -3 on the road only, and
damn, that's not bad. Yeah, man, that's disrespect to the Texans. And even the money line only -155 against an 0-6 team.
Yeah, but you know how many teams go defeated? That's also another thing. But there's still a lot of weeks to lose left.
No, or to win one, right? But I feel like it's in Carolina too. But
yeah,
I'm gonna rock with the rookie. I mean, they're both rookies. But I'm gonna rock with the number 2 pick, baby. I feel like he's gonna play with a chip on his shoulder against this game too. He's gonna play against the number 1. He's gonna shoot like, I'm gonna show these motherfuckers why they made the wrong choice.
He's been using his weapons better, you know, more. And I don't know what the Carolina Panthers are going to do here off a bye week, I believe. So they hopefully should be refreshed. I mean, if I had to pick, I don't think I'm betting this game, but if I had to pick, I'm leaning taking the points at home. You know, Carolina Panthers +3, but I don't feel great about it because you know, 0-6 is never a good team.
Texans, bro.
Yeah, we'll go there. Texans. I mean, I like the Texans. I think they got young potential here. This is one of those games, just like the last couple of weeks, where now you know you got to be suspicious of certain lines and things. I'm just like, this could be one of those things that looks too easy to take the Texans. Like last week, there's a lot of games that are -3 that you could like, oh, it'll be easy, and then you see all the upsets that happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's my only concern. But I don't think I'm putting any money on this thing unless I get some type of indication that I should. But right now it's looking stinky, you know. But I'm looking forward to watching that game for sure. Lean Carolina plus the points. Don't know if they're going to win though. Browns versus Seattle here. This is also an interesting game because you don't know what you get with Watson because I don't think he's going to play, right? PJ Walker might be better for them.
I mean, that's fucked up because he's guaranteed money too. He's just chilling, but it's in Seattle too. This might be it's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah, man. Seattle -2 now -3, and the total 41 now 39. So Seattle's at home, favorited. You know, off of they've been consistent for the most part, 4-2. Browns just pulling it out, man. I like Seattle here. You know, I'm just I don't love it because I don't like Pete Carroll that much. The way he schemes things, the way he makes decisions sketches me out. But I think the Browns have the superior defense. But in this spot, I think Geno Smith is going to be the better quarterback. In my opinion, people don't love him this year, but I think he's giving you some decent consistency, at least. So and then if DK Metcalf plays, it's gonna be even better. We don't know if he's still questionable right now, so I don't know if he's gonna play. But if he does, it's gonna be even better. But they have a great consistent running game. However, Cleveland, look at their backups though. They've been doing good. Kareem Hunt showing something.
Kareem Hunt and Ford playing good too.
Ford, even Pierre Strong, the third string, was getting garbage time minutes and doing in work on the garbage time. And their defense always strong, obviously pretty crazy. But they are traveling from east side all the way over to the west coast, Pacific Northwest.
Same weather though for them.
Yeah, a little humidity in Cleveland, I think. So a little different. But as far as time differences, things like that, I mean, they fly first class, but it's their private jet, but it's all good.
Yes.
But I do like I like Seattle here, man. I like Seattle. No more than -3, but I like Seattle.
Yeah, I like
to pull it
the
out.
bitch ass Seahawks too.
Yeah, the Wackhawks. Seahawks for the win. Next up, okay, here we go. I'm gonna turn the angle, Chang. Turn the angles here for this. These are the afternoon games. We got Cincinnati Bengals going to Santa Clara for the Niners.
Coming off a bye week.
Yeah, Joe Burrow and gang off a bye week. San Francisco -6, now -5.5. So it looks like people like that +6 with
man.
the Bengals.
After, if the Niners show up the way they did against the Minnesota, just imagine if Kirk Cousins got off like that. Imagine what Joe Burrow can do. You know what I'm saying?
But which Joe Burrow are we getting,
Well, no, he's back, bro. He's back. Well, he's not back, but he's healing up every single week. He's getting better and better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, off a bye week. He's been pretty cool.
I feel like those shitty games are behind us now. He's at least gonna produce now. You know what I'm saying? And he's coming off a bye. But then, man, San Francisco, they got a lot to prove now. This game, you was the talk of the town. Super Bowl prediction, best team, blah blah blah. Brock Purdy, blah blah blah. McCaffrey, blah blah blah. Best defense. And now you coming off back-to-back losses on the road. We got the home cooking coming up, so that's going to be in our favor.
Yeah. You think Ward's about to get cooked again?
Who?
Ward from
Jimmy Ward.
The
man against Chase. They're going to for sure
double team. It has to
scheme for Jamar Chase for sure. Well, is Higgins going to play? Higgins is back too,
not
right?
Sure. Questionable too, but if he does play, it's even worse because now you got multiple targets that you got to look after. And so I mean, man, I missed the 6, but I like that +6.
Yeah, bro.
With the Bengals, man. I mean, Niners to cover a bigger score. I can see Niners winning it for sure. And if we get that garbage Bengals that we got in the beginning of the season, then obviously they could easily win. But yeah, I think if Niners can pull this out, it's gonna be by a field goal or so. It's not gonna be an ass whooping.
Man, that's sketch too. Our kicker is he's on suicide watch, bro.
Hey, he did make the 52, right? The one that was pretty big.
But even the interview after, he's just
struggling.
He just seems so you know what I mean? Like he out here. He emo too. You know what I'm saying?
You calling him the next Jose Cortez?
Man, if he would have missed that second one, yeah, that was the show. I was getting the picture ready, but he made it. But damn, bro. I almost want to go against the Niners, but I could never do that. Especially only because this is it's like you said too, what Burrow's gonna show up. But for me, it's how the defense shows up. The defense can show up solid, and also man, Purdy got to start getting some TDs again. I don't know what happened, bro.
Yes, let's mention that, bro. Can we talk about the crucial interception? Shout out to all the people that were like, oh yeah, this guy's the man. I mean, it's extremes. I mean, he doesn't suck by any means. He's still good and a solid quarterback. But I think people just went too ham one way or the other, either loving him or hating him too much. And it's just nah, bro, he's still young. He's still new. He's already overperforming for so long on what you projected him to be that at some point, people are going to have bad games.
Yeah, no, and then it's he's the last pick. He's soft, even there's number 1 picks who their second year in the league are complete garbage sometimes. You know what I'm saying? The sophomore slump. But he's still doing his thing. Also, played against some damn good defenses too. People are saying, the Browns are 1A, 1B with the Niners for defenses, and then the Vikings defense, they're not they don't really get that much credit, but they've been doing some shit. I guess they got the best sack rate in the league. like Brian Flores got them. They rush like they sack. Their rush is like 30% or some shit like that, and you can see that pressure was affecting
Yeah.
Brock Turdy. You know what I'm
For sure,
saying?
man. But the one that surprised me, yeah, are the two fourth quarter picks in the crucial drives where they really were getting momentum, getting the ball downfield, and then all of a sudden, he threw one that just it was just looking bad, man, looking bad on those. So hopefully he bounces back and doesn't lose his confidence because they need him here because he's gonna have to put up TDs if you want to compete with Joe Burrow. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
and I don't think he's losing confidence. That fool was acknowledging the losses and shit. Just hey, it is what it is.
yeah,
You can't get them all, and then
he looked shook
hey,
though. I ain't gonna lie. Like even in the
oh he
helmet, he looked scared in the fourth quarter.
shit. I mean, shit, he's a young ass dude, second year, but hey,
Kirk never looked scared, bro.
man,
Kirk,
fuck that fool. Hey, now's the time they should have traded that fool. Yes,
oh,
sell high.
sell high. You're right, dude. If you guys have Kirk Cousins and not scared of stream quarterbacks, you got other quarterbacks, you can sell high because I mean he's always been solid this year, but people don't like. I see some teams be dropping him on certain weeks, like bye weeks and shit. I was like, bro, y'all tripping.
Well, I mean, what he did
Top four or
against
five.
what he did against the Niners, that was great. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, damn, like I said, this team, I could for sure see the only thing that I'm really like clinging on to is like it's a home game, and I feel like we can't let the Bengals come in and dog us at
Yeah.
home. If the Niners really do lose this game, it's like, hey, red flags, yo, what's going on? 3 straight losses, bro. Y'all need to get it together, especially if they look shitty doing it too in the process. But hopefully, bounce back spot for the Niners. This is like a hard bounce back spot too, because Bengals, you can't discredit them.
Yeah, Bengals. I mean, if it was like on a short week or something, I wouldn't like the Bengals so much. But Bengals should be fresh, renewed. Like you said, more healing comes
Yeah,
with that from Joe Burrow.
we should
As
be
long,
getting a Trent back too, though. So that's
yeah,
big.
that's much needed. Could have used him on to protect on Minnesota because they were getting to Purdy.
No, that's like I
So
said. Minnesota's rushing. If you look it up, they're one of the best in the leagues.
next up, man, we got a division game. We got Kansas City Chiefs, Denver Broncos. Kansas City -8.5, now -7.5, -8. So looks like people like what they see with Denver here with the plus money because last time they could have covered that 10, but it was a last minute field goal.
Yeah, last time it was pretty close to the end. Bronco was doing silly shit throughout the game, but yeah, Broncos coming off of a win.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City, Mr. Mahomes coming off of a super game, like vintage Mahomes, 4 TDs, 400 yards throwing.
Kelsey, that combo. I had the Mahomes Kelsey combo. Let's go,
Hey,
baby. That shit was lit.
plus he's been balling every game that his boo is there in attendance. Over
Yeah,
100
she's not coming to
yards.
this one, right?
Who knows? No, it's in Denver, right?
It's
No,
in
probably
Denver.
not.
But I mean, she's rich enough. She can be anywhere she wants at any
She
time.
can do whatever the hell she want to do. Any day, anytime, any
Doesn't
moment.
matter. If she wanted to be there, she's going to be there. How about the Brittany Mahomes and Taylor Swift handshake, dap?
Oh,
Uh,
that was cringe as hell. But they're having fun, bro. I can't
yeah,
hate
good
on it.
for
It's just
them.
two little white girls, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's cool. And then you got Mahomes, Jackson Mahomes egging them on over there,
Can you
putting
imagine
fuel on
Brittany
the fire.
Mahomes? It was her dreams probably coming true right now. Like she was for sure a big Taylor Swift fan her whole life, and now she's like, "Oh wow, I get to be friends with fucking Taylor
They got
Swift."
a handshake, bro.
Yeah. And then Jackson Mahomes out there just scheming, ready to
He
be
knows it too. You seen he knew it. He knew exactly when to come in if y'all saw that clip
at the
before.
end with the spirit fingers. That fool was ready to grab someone from the neck from behind and just headlock kiss him,
Hey,
bro.
that shit is probably a trip though. Imagine how they all feel. It's just like, damn, this bitch Taylor Swift just hanging out with us now. Like this shit's crazy.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
seems chill
exactly.
though. Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
she's just there trying to enjoy herself. Everyone is, but she knows all the cameras on there, but she can't act like she knows. She got to act natural, but she knows it's 24/7. It's just surveillance.
That's
Can't
crazy.
do shit, bro. Can't do shit. But yeah, I'm concerned. I mean, no lie, Taylor's not. If she's not going to be in the building, maybe Kelsey numbers is going to drop from last week because he had crazy yardage.
So yeah, at the end of the day though, it's still like it's the Broncos.
It's the
So it's
Broncos.
like,
It's also divisional, so I don't like the big points, but I for sure 100%. I'm putting this in my teaser for
yeah.
sure. One leg of my teaser. I'm bringing that -8 to -2 because I think Kansas City wins. By probably a touchdown.
Mhm.
So, and obviously at a touchdown, it's a little too close to that 8-7. I don't want to play around with that. So, but I think they win because Kansas City, if you notice, their defense has always been the strong point. of their team this season, which is way different than the past seasons. But their offense is slowly getting better, slowly clicking, doing what they need to. And, you always got a shot when you got Mahomes at the quarterback.
Max.
So it looks like, and I'm not going with the Broncos. I don't give a fuck. I'll die on this Chiefs hill because I'm not riding the Broncos. Although they did pull out the victory last week, but I think that I like the Broncos last week, but this week, yeah, nah, hell no, none for me, please. We got the battle of the birds here. We got Baltimore Ravens, the hot Ravens, going to Arizona Cardinals. Baltimore -7.5, now -8.5. I mean, how can you not? I mean, bottom feeders. It's a big spread though, man. But if Baltimore plays right and then Lamar Jackson plays like he did last week, they can name their score,
Oh yeah, if Lamar comes out the way he did last week against the Detroit Lions, everybody was on their nuts the week right before that game. This should be a massacre against the Cardinals. So yeah, Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens, same thing here. And I'll tell you this probably I'm going to combine this probably with the teaser with the Chiefs. Both of them bringing them down to like a -2, 2.5, and I think they both could win by a field goal or more. So. Yeah, I like him in all ways, bro. Total wise, 43.5 to 44. I mean, I could only look at the under, to be honest. And it's a little concerning because Baltimore could put up some points if they wanted to, but I don't think Arizona is going to be able to put up the amount of points that they need to in this defense.
Oh yeah, Dobbs had an all right game, but like I said, what they did to the Lions, that's telling. So yeah, Ravens. Especially like the AFC team's been yoking the NFC teams this week. I guess Baltimore, it was a crazy stat I seen that the Ravens have only lost like one. Lamar Jackson's only lost one game to the NFC.
Damn, crazy. He's just dominant there. Okay,
yeah.
Well, I'm riding that. Yeah, Ravens all the way, bro. Flock Ravens, flock.
And we got the Bears and the Chargers.
Yeah, man, we got the Bears and the Chargers. I mean, to some, this might be a stinky ass game too, bro.
Well, one thing about the Chargers, I feel like they always put up
through
something.
with the entertainment.
Yeah, they always it's always some kind of show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shout outs to Weez, our boy Gen G here. He's how much he loves Herbert.
Big Herbert supporter.
That was just the number one Herbert hater, guys. Out here just ready.
But he got him on one of his fantasy teams.
Yeah, because he put us up number. You can't deny the numbers though.
Business.
Yeah,
nothing personal.
But yeah, dude, the Bears came off a crazy dominant performance at home against the Raiders, upsetted the Raiders, even though they were at home, but they were underdogs. It was crazy, man. What do you think about that? It killed a lot of people's parlays, people's bets.
Man, that just showed how I don't know how phony the Raiders might be, bro. Like the Bears with the agent guy, like everybody saying Division 2 guy, you know what I'm saying, undrafted last year, and he was out there going crazy. Like I don't know what's up with them, man. They need to get it together forever. But yeah, Chargers.
Dante Foreman, baby, Mr. Forearm.
Oh my God, 3 touchdowns! Like, dude hasn't even played in hella long. Like, come on, bro.
Like, what's going on? He's not repeating a performance like that. That's
when he first came. Remember when he was first in the league when he was getting fantasy? That's the kind of shit he was doing though. Like 2 touchdowns a game, 3 touchdowns sometimes. I remember he was like balling, and he had hella injuries. But yeah, man. Jimmy G's back. Oh no, we're not talking about the Raiders yet. But against the Bears, like the Hoyer the Destroyer, it wasn't looking good. Bears were out there, like, man, they killed him. Like, what the hell? Like, that was crazy.
Hey, yeah, that's fucking crazy. Hey, here's the line here. It opened Chargers -9.5, now -8.5. Totals 48.5, now 46.5. So they're still not respecting Chicago. They're thinking it's a one-off performance, which I agree with. I think it's just because it's the Raider situation. First game for Badgett or whatever. I think with the Chargers here, although I hate the Chargers defense, I think it's weak. I think it's the time the Chargers actually step up because they've been losing a lot of winnable games this season, and they're 2-4 when they could easily have a better record than that. So if they want to at least go for wild card, because in that division you're pretty much playing for the wild card because the Chiefs.
Chiefs are gonna number one for sure.
As long as Mahomes is on that team, so that's what's gonna happen. So I'm going Chargers here. I don't like the spread. Like I said, I think this is a teaser week for me, man. I like bringing that 8.5 down to 2.5. because I think the Chargers pull out the victory. I hope Dante Foreman gets 3 touchdowns because I have him in fantasy, but I don't think that's going to happen
Need
again.
my boy Eckler to do some work, man.
Eckler needs to come back. I think this is the perfect defense to get right in, bro. I think that Herbert, Keenan Allen stack is going to eat this coming week on this defense, especially the secondary. So, yeah, let's go. Start them up, bro. Chargers all the way. This is also a good survivor option. So is Baltimore. We skipped on that. And so is the Kansas City Chiefs. All those are probably like the top options of the week along with the Miami Dolphins. So any of those 8.5 point spreads or more, big spreads, definitely good options for survivor. Next up here, we skipped on a game. My bad, y'all. We
Did
didn't.
we? No, we're on Monday night game right now.
We're on the last game of the Monday night game, bro. This is not stinky because we got the 5-2 Detroit Lions. We're in Detroit. Shout out to Weez. He's gonna be out there watching his Raiders play against the Lions. Raiders.
Sad man.
What do you think on the road?
Oh, bro. It's like, damn, this team is already it's up to that thing now. It's like, especially like the spot where like he's like, okay, they're supposed to get a little streak right there, beat the Patriots, beat the Bears, and then take an L right here.
It was a letdown spot. You do it. Everyone was on the Raiders, and that's never good.
Yeah, now, bro, you're going against the Lions, who are going to be like furious after their showing against the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? They got dog walked in that game, bro. Like it was like 28-0 in the second quarter. So like they for sure going to be looking to get hyped up. Bounce back. Gibbs had a good game, but it was garbage time, right? It was just like whatever. I think Montgomery should be coming back, allegedly.
But if Montgomery's back and he's actually like healed, man, he's a problem, and he's gonna be able to run.
Especially for the Raiders, they don't look that good against the runs.
They let Dante Foreman score 3 touchdowns.
Dante Foreman went off against him. The guy who was the week before that, Ramondre Stevenson, who was shit.
The guy from fucking Fries.
Yeah.
Indian dude from Fry's Electronics. That guy was going through him. He got 2 touchdowns. So just anybody's getting 2 touchdowns on him. So man. It's a big spread. Detroit -7.5, now -8.5. Like I said, another good survivor pick, another good teaser. This is a week of teasers for me, man.
Jimmy G should be back.
Perfect. I don't think that helps. I don't.
Hey, he'll try to get Devontae the ball, hopefully.
People didn't like Hoyer's. Obviously, Hoyer's performance was atrocious as well. And
he got sad. He got sad in the fourth quarter, right? Or
Aiden O'Connell came in, probably did a little better. They actually scored when he was in. So I'm guessing that if Jimmy doesn't officially actually play, they're going to go to the rookie. So, but if Jimmy's good, they're going to play him. But to be honest, we've seen what Jimmy's done this season, man. Unless he throws to Devontae Adams, which he hasn't. So unless the coach forces him.
In the first few games he was, but he keeps getting hurt though every game.
Yeah, who's going to block for him too? So, but they have the weapons, so I don't see why not. They can't compete. They got the defense this year, maybe not the secondary, but like I said, Max Crosby's in every play, so their rushing is usually there. They just couldn't do it against the Bears for whatever reason.
He was there in the beginning, but it just gets overwhelming when
one person
when your offense ain't doing shit, and you got to keep the defense out there. You're gonna get tired, and it is what it is.
I mean, it's Lions for me, bro. I don't like laying that big amount of points. That's why I have the teasers here, but. I could only look one way. I just don't like what I see on the Raiders, other than their pass rushing. But
it's all decline for the Raiders, boy. Like it's not looking good.
Yeah, throw it to Devontae Adams if you want a chance. Okay,
hopefully, but man, it's fucked up to say. Like you can't really blame him because he's been great the whole year, but he's the one who dropped the ball that they could have like tied the game or something like that, right? Or won it where he dropped that touchdown in the end zone.
Oh, yeah, he did drop one in the end zone on that one. So, I mean, he had his chance too, but they need to consistently use him more just like they did in Green Bay, how they did in Green Bay, you know what I'm saying? So, and even Derek Carr was using him more when Derek Carr was playing last season.
They were best friends too, so.
Yeah, so, well, maybe I was going to say Olave should just go to the Raiders and then they trade him for Devontae.
Olave in Vegas would be wild, and he'd be the next Henry Ruggs.
Yeah, he already kind of is. mini Ruggs.
Little light skin cut is going crazy in New Orleans.
That's crazy. Yeah, but man, that wraps it up for at least the matchups here. What do you got for best looks here, bro? What do you got for the people? We got to bounce back from our atrocious week, bro.
I'm gonna start off with the Greaser parlay.
Grease or
Grease
all right.
ball, Grease
All right.
Cheeto fingers, Buffalo Bills, um, Dallas Cowboys,
Mhm.
Miami Dolphins, Ravens, and the Chargers. And the
Okay.
Lions. Fuck it. You throw the Lions in
Oh,
there
that's a
too.
big one. He's
That's a
trying
big fat grease ball. It's all money line.
grease ball Gary.
And then try to give y'all right here. I'm gonna have to do it again, man. I gotta roll with it.
Niners.
Niners lock, baby. Let's go. Bounce back season right here.
Win on the money line, or you like the spread?
What's the spread? Minus
Five
five
and a
and a
half.
half, right? Money line. I don't know. It might be like a 3-point game or something like that. Nah, we'll do the spread. Fuck it. We'll do the spread. We'll take the spread, man. We're at the home cooking. Santa Clara, baby.
I mean, it's not too much to ask to win by 6.
Trent,
You know what I'm saying?
Trent is
On a
back.
bounce back.
Trent is back. You feel me?
Got anything else? So you want one more? I mean,
I'm gonna do
you
one
don't
more
have to.
parlay. Yeah, one
Yeah.
more parlay. Houston Texans,
Mhm.
the Jets, and I said the Jets, right? And the and the Seahawks.
Oh, okay.
There's gonna be a sphincter tighter.
The close one. I like the Jets this week too, man. I like those. Let me see here. I'm gonna start my teasers this week. I'm doing double teaser. Those are the only ones I've really been hitting consistently. I almost did it last week. I'm gonna get here right here. Kansas City. I'm gonna tease them from -8 down to -2. The 6-point teaser -120 or better, guys. Do not pay more than -120. Okay, do not. And then I'm gonna tease it with the Baltimore Ravens from -8.5 down to -2.5. So that'll be one here. I like that one. And then I got, what was the other one here? Oh yeah, Buffalo from on Thursday Night Football from -8.5 to -2.5. You probably want to pair that with. What was the other one? Oh, with the Detroit Lions on Monday Night Football, bro. 2 days. That 2 days opening and closing day for the week from -8.5 to, you can do -8 to -2 here. 8s are available. I think those are going to be pretty freaking solid. And I'll give you all one straight bet here. Just want to make sure I record this shit right. Y'all not hating on us. All right, and then last but not least, straight bet. I like. Hey, I'm riding Kirk Cousins, baby. Put on the chain. This is not even in prime time, but I like the Minnesota Vikings pick'ems. You know,
yeah, against the Packers. Yeah, they should.
Against the Packers, I like that one. Rivalry game. I think getting some momentum. He's gonna do it. You know, without JJ. So let's get it. And for y'all, if you haven't checked it out, like I said, go check out that Max Payne. He's dropping. We're not so much going over as many picks. Like I know the fight's over, but you can see, you know, we were kind of hot on there, so we'll review it on our episode. But check that out, Max Payne, Gen G, check that shit out. You know, I need to hit up Jada's barber soon again. Me and Jada got the same barber, so check that one out. But yeah, man, peace out. Till next week. Let's recover.
Let's bounce back, baby.
Bounce back like some.